Hey everyone, welcome to week 4 of our Director in Training class. You guys are doing so awesome. I loved listening to your whys. I literally was brought to tears several times, so amazing. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you for having the courage to share. So this week, I love these two chapters. So we're on chapters 7 and 8, and so walk the talk. Oh yeah, this chapter is so good. And then chapter 8, find their fire. So important. Both of these are two of the most important chapters in the book. So the first, chapter 7 was walk the talk. You guys have probably heard me say, if you've spent any time with me, I will say, your team is going to do exactly what you do. And they will not do what you don't do. So it's so important that you're doing all of the things and you're sharing. It's very important as a leader that your team looks at you as inspiration and not as a boss. Like, I almost find it a little bit offensive when somebody refers to me as their boss. It happens sometimes. I'm like, I'm not your boss. Like, you are a business owner. I am a business owner. I just hope to inspire you to want to do more. So that's one thing we have to be really, really careful about. We don't own our teams, guys. That's really, really important. You do not own the people under you. They are just as much mine as they are yours, as they are Becca's, who is above me. So that is super, super important. Never think that you own anybody. Never think it's your team, even though I will refer to it as your team, but it's a lot of people's team. You're just the one that's lucky enough to be the close enough person to them to inspire them the most. And that's all you want to do. You just want to show them that anything is possible. And so doing this means leading the way. So you guys are going to learn real fast that if you don't recruit, your team's not going to recruit. If you're not selling 2,000 PRV, your team isn't going to sell 2,000 PRV. One of the reasons I've been so successful is because I do have the desire, I have the determination, I have the dedication. I do everything that it takes every single month, even on the super hard months. I have been with Sensi since 2008. And do you think that every month has been easy to sell 2,000 and sponsor 2 people? No way, Jose. Have I done it every single month since I joined? No, but have I done it a majority of the time? Absolutely. Most of the time since 2008, I have sponsored at least 2 people a month, and I have sold at least 2,000 PRV. Not because I'm cool, not because I have more tools in my toolbox than you have, not because I have more money, not because I have an extra arm on my body. No, it's because I want to, because nothing's going to stop me, and that's what I want to inspire you to think like. Think like a business owner. Think like somebody who owns a very prestigious, well-known, profitable, amazing company. That's your company. You are the CEO of your company and of your life. So, okay, sorry, I just went off on a tangent. So I want you guys to also have the desire, the determination, and the dedication to do what it takes to sell 2,000 PRV, to sponsor 2 people. How are you going to do this? You've got to be meeting new people constantly. You know, I haven't been able to do this by just hanging out in my town and, going and saying, okay, who's next on Facebook? Who wants to have a party? No. That's not how it works. It takes a lot of work. And you guys know that momentum is such a huge part of it. So it might seem nearly impossible right this second. But I guarantee you, once you get the ball rolling, the momentum comes. Once you start sponsoring and you start posting about your new team member and your new team member starts tagging you, it gets momentum. It brings momentum. Other people are like, oh, well, what is this? What is this all about? You know that every time you post on Facebook, I spend a lot of time writing postcards, okay? Because they're so important to me. I handwrite every single postcard, and I look up your account if you've ever gotten a postcard from me. For you to post that postcard on social media and to show others what you got and how much it means to you, it is worth its weight in gold. You guys should be posting anything that you ever get from anybody because you want to show that we're not all about making money. We're about camaraderie. We're about growing ourselves. We're about, there's just so much more than wax and warmers, right? That used to be the term. Now we have 100 other products. But yes, it's so important that you show the world how important your business is to you. The more you inspire your team with inspiration, the more they're going to work and the more they're going to believe in themselves. Less information, more inspiration. So you are so much better off to, instead of texting or emailing or calling or whatever it is that you're going to do, Susie, and saying, okay, it's the 25th of the month and your PRV is at 0. What's your plan? What you going to do? You're going to be at 200, right? No, of course it's not. What's going to inspire them is you saying, oh my gosh, I just did this party last night. It was amazing and I wanted to share it with you in case you have any interest in trying to do an online party. Okay, you've just inspired them because you said it worked for you and you aren't making them feel like a loser because they're sitting at 0 PRV. Okay, you guys kind of get that? It's all in how you present things. You need to show your team the way. Okay, and that's what this whole chapter is about. Showing them the way. Show them where you're coming up with 2 people to sponsor every month. Are you coming up with 2 people to sponsor every month? If you're not, figure it out. Figure it out, because do you know how many people are out there? We have a girl in our group right now who's a director in the UK who is sponsoring anywhere from 20 to 30 people a month. Now, is that normal? No. Is that easy? No. Is she, I don't even think she's paying for it, which is crazy. She's not doing sponsored ads. She's doing videos. I think she might be using YouTube. She found her niche. She's doing YouTube videos. People are listening to the videos, sending her information. She's saying, hey, will you do a, what's it called? If I mail you product, will you do, I can't think of what it's called, but will you tell the world what you think of it? I can't think of what that's called. And so she's sponsoring people that way. It works for her. Will it work for you? Maybe not. But can you find what's going to work for you? Absolutely. Maybe you need to find some new groups to join on Facebook. Maybe you need to go join the Chamber of Commerce. I don't know. Maybe you need to start going to more games for your kids and hanging out with people that you don't know and not always sitting with the same people. Maybe you need to start walking into the gas station and not paying at the pump and start getting to know people at different gas stations. Whatever it takes, you gotta meet people. You're never gonna book more parties and you're never gonna sponsor more people if you don't meet new people. None of that is written on my paper, guys. I just went off on a tangent. So, it's important that you're filling your mind with inspirational things. So I try super hard either on YouTube or my Audible. I have an Audible subscription and I listen to things that fill my head. You can tell I'm a little pumped up right now because I listened to something really great today. We are all capable of greatness. I'm going to tell you about one of the books that I just recently downloaded on Audible. I liked it so much that I ordered the book so that I can use my highlighter, because many of you know I'm a highlighter queen, which, speaking of which, oh, look, I have a little pencil hanging out. But this is a warmer that I bought back in 2008. And so I teach my customers to recycle their warmers and to use them for something cool. So I cut out the cord that used to be coming out of one of these holes, and this is a great little pen holder. Or it could be a spoon holder, or it could be anything you want. Our square warmers are perfect for a tissue box. So a tissue holder. Rip the cardboard off, put the square tissues inside and just fluff one up, and then you just pull one out at a time. They're amazing. Okay, what was I talking about? The $1 Million Morning is what that book is called. So I listened to it. I bought it. It's amazing. It has inspired me to get up early and do important things. So many multi-million billionaires have a miracle morning routine that they follow. So filling your mind with very important things. Successful people are always learning. So that is another thing. Always reading great books. Always listening to important podcasts, inspirational podcasts, things that fill you with inspiration, so that you can turn around and fill your teams with inspiration. I'm always sharing, go onto your team pages. And when you do a bingo party that's super successful, do an online bingo party. Share it with them. Tell them how it works. The best training you're ever going to give is to hop on right after you do one, go live and say, hey, here's what I just did. Just wanted to share it with you. That's the best training you're ever going to get. Okay, so a couple of things, other things that I want you to get into the habit of, so that you're teaching your teams to get into the habit of, is I never want you to have less than 500 PRV by the 10th of the month. And I'm being kind of generous there. It should be probably within the first week, but I say 10 days to give you a little slack. So put your 3 fingers up for those of you who are Girl Scouts. I will have 500 PRV by the 10th of every month from here on out. Period, over, out. Done, okay? You guys are going to do it because you're going to fill your calendar. You're going to front load your calendar, which we're going to talk a little bit about. So what I like to do, I actually, I printed this off because my calendar's out, is long story, but anyway. So this is October, right? This is literally my schedule for October parties. I'm doing all online parties right now. Just because of the way the world is, I'm just happen to be doing all online parties. And as a matter of fact, because of COVID, because of the pandemic, I had never done an online party in my life. And now they're like the most successful things ever. My online parties are ranging between, right now, in just this month, I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 already this month. It's the 15th today. And they have ranged between 600 PRV and 1900 PRV. They are amazing. I don't even know what's going on and why this is so great. I'm just mailing out a sample pack. I spend a week posting on the Facebook page that I create, and then we end on the last night playing 3 rounds of bingo, and I give prizes, and I don't even tell them what the prizes are because that's out of compliance. I just say, you're going to win something great. But anyway, what I do during my party is I show my calendar and I highlight all the blocks of days that I want to do a party on. And I will sometimes, like right now, I'm going to add a star right here, and I'll say, if you pick a date with the star and a highlight, you're going to get something really extra special. So that encourages them to go for one of these days, because do I want to stay in on Saturday night and do a bingo party? Nope, I don't. And am I going to? Probably not, because I don't have to. But let me tell you, when my schedule wasn't as full as it is now, when my paycheck was not where I wanted it to be, you better believe I would have done it all day Saturday. I used to do double parties on Saturdays back in the day when I had to. So I've worked my way up to the fact that I don't have to anymore. So keep your calendar full. Have a separate calendar. Don't show them your calendar that's full of all your work schedule and everything else. Just your Scentsy party schedule, and make it fun and color it. That was not fun. That was not colored. But you guys get the point. You will be as successful as your team will be. So you have to inspire them to do the same things that you're doing. So if your team isn't successful, your paycheck is not going to grow. So you've got to inspire them. I think I have beat a dead horse at this point. Again, another point I wanted to make is you're nobody's boss. Don't think you're their boss. That's where you will get yourself into trouble. You'll lose respect from people. Be there to inspire them, show them the way, lead the way, but don't act like their boss. Okay, booking bangles. So I believe this is in the chapter with Mary Christensen. I'm not a big fan, like especially working during the day, I'm not a big fan of wearing these, but you can get these at like Claire's, or they're super cheap. Get 10 bangles, put them on, make yourself have 10 conversations a day. It can be online, it can be when you go to the coffee shop, it can be when you go to the gas station, it can be when you go to work, it can be when you go to the grocery store, it can be anywhere. But you're going to get into the habit of having 10 conversations a day. You're going to start doing it by wearing bangles. The other option would be to put 10 pennies in one pocket, and by the end of the day, I want all of the 10 pennies in the other pocket. So every time you have a conversation, move it to the other pocket. These are annoying to me, so I prefer to use these because I actually take them off instead of moving them to the other wrist. But if you wanted to wear these, you can put them on the bad wrist, the wrist that you don't want to, move it to the good wrist, and then by the time you've had your 10th conversation, all 10 bangles are on the right side. So, that is one idea for you. Sorry, I don't even know why I was talking about that. Anyway, that's one idea for you to be able to get more bookings and to have more recruiting conversations. So you can say, okay, today I'm going to have 10 recruiting conversations. Today, I'm going to try to book 10 parties. So do that, share it with your team, and get them to do the same thing. Maybe if you find a bunch of these, do a team incentive and say, hey, the person who blah, 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 next person who gets a recruit gets some booking bangles, and whatever. However you want to do it, you can do it. Front load your calendar. Oh, that was one thing that I don't know if I made clear. So you notice that the first week of the month, so this actually isn't the first week of the month. This is the first week of the month. I always open up 4 days on the first week of the month because I want my calendar full in the beginning, not in the end. And then I have 3 days, and then I have 2 days. And most of the time I only do one party that last week, because the last week is really important for me to make sure that my schedule's full, to make sure that, I'm sorry, not my schedule's full. It's to get distracted easily, clearly. It's to make sure that I have enough time to wrap up all loose ends, to help anybody, blah, 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 blah. Okay, leading by influence. Lead by influence. Walk the talk. Do what you say you're going to do. Sell 2,000 PRV. Sponsor 2 new people. Like, guys, it's possible. There's no reason why you can't do it. You have got to, if you use massive action, you will get massive success. You'll hear me say that a lot. Massive action brings massive success. Get into the habit of having these conversations. That's why I want you to wear these darn things, because then after you've done this for 30 days, these bangles every day, well, then you don't even need bangles, because you've got it in your head and you're automatically going to start talking to everybody about joining Scentsy or hosting a Scentsy party. So chapter number 8, sorry, I'm going way too long. I need to speed this up, is inspire your team to recruit, inspire them to book parties, etc. Show them how to do it. I've already told you that. You need to give the majority of your time. If you're limited in time, don't be wasting it on the ones that are always saying, oh, I can't do it. Oh, I can't get anything. I can't. Okay. You just don't have enough time in your day for that. I don't mean to sound mean or cruel, but you've got to spend your time on your new people and on your go-getters, the ones that are really, really working hard. If you have some extra time, then you can go, tap the others on the back. But if you're on a limited time, you have to make best use of your time. All right, so let's get right into your assignments, because you can read chapter 8. You don't need me to explain it to you. All right, your number one assignment is, what's funny is I'm actually going to change it. So I want you to try to get a hold of some booking bangles, and I want you to, or maybe you even have something that you can use use for now, or maybe it's going to, maybe 10 rubber bands even, or I don't know, make something up. Come up with something that you can put around your wrist or around your neck, or don't put rubber bands around your neck, whatever. But I want you to go ahead and immediately start that. Even if it has to start with your pennies in your pocket, I want you to do this challenge every day this week. You're going to have 10 conversations with people you choose. So I want you to do 4 days is going to be about booking. 3 days is going to be about sponsoring. So 4 of those days, you're going to have those conversations. 3 of those days, you're going to have booking conversations. 3 of the days you're going to have joining conversations. I want you to, another thing that I'm going to have you do. So I don't know if you guys watched my training on Scentsy Family Reunion this year, but this is what it was. And it's so helpful. So when somebody joins under you, when somebody joins, somebody that's under you, you can see them in your workstation. And when you become director, you will get an email. Right now, I think you only get an email if it's somebody directly under you. So you're going to have to go in and check your workstation each day to see if somebody new has joined. What's super easy when you are a director is that you get that email, and all you have to do on your email is touch their phone number, and it pops open to text, and I go right into my notes in my phone. So what I do, if somebody joins my team, not me personally, I'm going to show you guys what I do. So I took a picture of myself holding a Starbucks mug from Maine, because I have people that join from all over the world. So I want them to know where I'm from. And that's going to start happening with you soon if it hasn't already. So I wrote, I'm going to actually just read it to you. It says, hello, welcome to our Scentsy family. My name is Jen Audette. I live in Maine, and I am your Scentsy I wrote director because I don't want to confuse them or sound weird with the whole superstar director thing, because sometimes I feel funny calling myself a superstar director. Today's the first day of your Scentsy journey, and I'm excited to be a part of it. First things first, make sure you are on our Main Stars Team Facebook page. This is where we share tips, info, and wax news. And I actually inserted the link to the team page, so it comes right up when I copy and paste it. I said, we also have an amazing resource for you, what to do your first 15 days as a consultant. And I give them the link to that page. Then I say, sending hugs and love and can't wait, love to you, and I can't wait to get to know you better and watch your business grow. Remember, whether you think you can or can't, you are absolutely right. So that is always in my phone. I first copy and paste the picture. I put it in their text. Then I copy and paste the message, send it in their text. So you guys are going to set one of these up in your notes on your phone. If that's not possible for you, figure something else out, but you need it to be quick and easy. And anytime somebody joins under you, you're automatically within 24 hours, they're going to get a picture of you with a smile, maybe holding a mug, maybe whatever, anything. I don't care what you do, just a nice little picture of you, and send that to them, and with your welcome message to them. So that's assignment number 2. Assignment number 3 is, we're going to skip that one because I'm just changing things up. Assignment number 3 is going to be, you are going to choose 3 to 5 people. I've debated whether or not to do this, but 3 to 5 people that are under you right now that are really performing, that are real go-getters, and that are doing great things. And you are going to say, I'm in a DIT class with Jen, and I've been asked to personally invite people a couple of people that I really believe in and I really think are going to become directors. And I think I just have so much hope for, whatever, however you want to word it, to take her next DIT class, which will be coming soon. But in the meantime, I'd like to work a little closer with you. And so what are your thoughts? Would you like to become director in this company? Something like that, some kind of conversation with 3 to 5 people. And then I want you to call them your terrific 3 or your fabulous 5 or your fabulous 4 or your whatever you can come up with. I've done a lot of sensational 7s, but I don't want to overwhelm you. And then I want you to try to come up with a time to do a quick Zoom with them and just talk about the Bengals, maybe talk about filling your calendar, do some kind of small training with them on Zoom. You can get it for free. And so you're going to do some kind of small Zoom training. So lots of work. I know. I'm so sorry to give this all to you. So you are going to complete all of those assignments, and I'm going to hang up now because I've been talking for way too long. So I love you guys. I hope you have a fabulous week. Get all of this done. Get your bangles out or your pennies or your rubber bands or whatever. Even if you have hang 10-cent circles around your neck with curling ribbon, or just make a necklace out of curling ribbon, make bracelets out of curling ribbon, whatever you want, but I want you to do it. And we need pictures of what you are doing, how it's working. And of course, we want results. We want to know what your results are. And what's kind of cool is in the beginning, it might be no, 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 no. But after day 4, you're going to be better at having the conversations, and you're going to start having a no, 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 yes, yes, no, 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 yes, no, yes, no, no, yes, yes, yes. That's how it works. It's because you practiced, and because you won't feel as uncomfortable, and you get it. Anyway, love you guys. Have a great week.